Good morning, everybody. It's the 19th of July and it's Gwen Robinson, body-based psychotherapist, storyteller, myth weaver, and inner world guide. So I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for your likes, your shares, and your subscribes. I'm new to this, so you might have to just bear with me a little bit. But I really value your comments and your questions because it kind of helps me to take a pulse on what's going on in the collective and what I can perhaps share that's of meaning and value to people. So I just wanted to answer this question, and it was, in what kind of ways would beliefs, conditions and traumas show up in the body? Okay, so I just wanted to kind of start by demystifying trauma. I think that we generally think about trauma as something enormous, like the loss of a parent or a loved one, or going through a car accident, or being sexually abused, or something of enormous magnitude. But in actual fact, what I've found in my practice is that whilst those traumas definitely do exist out there, that one of the kind of hidden, more silent traumas are the traumas that develop in childhood. And it could be as simple as feeling that you weren't seen, heard and understood as a child for being your true self. And so what that situation leads to is, in childhood, a kind of set of rules that we set up for ourselves. And it can be anything depending on your family situation, but it might be, I always need to be good and quiet to get any kind of love and attention. Or it could be the opposite extreme, which is, I need to push and rebel and, behave in extreme ways in order to get any attention. And then kind of anything in between, really. So it's like, how does that show up in the body? So I'm just going to try and get you to feel through with me as I give you an example. So, for example, if you're out for dinner and you're in the middle of saying something, and then people around you are like, oh, can you pass me the salt, can you, and they're either interrupting you, or they're talking over you, or they're talking to somebody else, then you will feel that somewhere in your body. And so, as I feel into that energy, it's like I can kind of feel it here in my temples for some reason, and I can also feel it in my heart. And then if we really kind of slow down and feel in, it can be like, right, what does that trigger in me? And is this pattern in me familiar? And then it can be like, yeah, God, that happened all the time when I was a kid. And so what I made it mean was that I was valueless, that I didn't have anything worthy of listening to, that I didn't have anything to say that anybody wanted to hear, and it just makes me feel like, whatever the story is, I don't belong, I'm worthless, I'm stupid, or whatever. And it's like being able to go through all the layers and see, and this is really hard, and take responsibility for what we're saying to ourselves and for what we're doing to ourselves. And I really like the Byron Katie work in certain layers here, because it's like, wow, if I turn it around and I go, okay, they're not listening to me, then it's maybe like, the truth is, I'm not listening to me. And so as we write down the story of I'm not enough, I'm not valued, or whatever, it's like, do I value myself? Do I believe that I'm enough? And if I don't, why not? And then that might take us into other routes and into other areas and into other places in the body that those beliefs and traumas and conditionings, answering the question, are trapped and held and constricted. And so in body work, it's like we can go into those areas and we can feel the constriction, and we can work with the different parts of ourselves that are hurt or wounded or injured or are like running in the background, dictating our lives and how we feel about ourselves and what we're going through, and we can unravel them. And as we do that, it's like the constriction in the body starts to open up, and it's like, you know, the cellular body can breathe again, the muscles can come out of their holding patterns, you know, because many of us like protect our heart, so we have these shoulders that kind of fold in and protect the heart, and in that it's like, you know, we can't breathe, we can't relax. So I hope that's answered your question. So please, if you want any more, like, share, subscribe, give me the specifics of what you're dealing with, and then I can help you just perhaps go into another couple of layers of how you might tackle that. And as always, if you want a session with me, the details are down below. So thanks for tuning in this morning, and I wish you a wonderful day.